It is my pleasure to be part of the Summit on ICT Technologies arranged by Global CxO Forum. The forum is indeed playing an important role in industry's outreach for large and emerging businesses across the globe. I feel that such events give the right exposure to the local ICT market in the global arena. Government of Pakistan strongly believes in the mass adoption of emerging digital technologies and innovating applications to enable socio-economic development and transformation of economic activities, governance models, social interactions, and achievement of sustainable development goals. With these objectives, we are forming a stable and robust digital ecosystem. While regions and blocks around the globe have developed content standards, Pakistan still has to go a long way in this area. I therefore feel that today's theme is very important. To give you an overview, Pakistan's digital footprint is rapidly increasing, working towards making the dream of digital Pakistan a reality, keeping connectivity as a bedrock of our digitalization efforts. Telecommunication and ICT services have a nationwide spread covering 90% of the population. Broadband subscriptions have reached a remarkable milestone of 106 million customers, whereas 50% of the country's population has access to broadband, with bulk consisting of mobile broadband connections. Teledensity has crossed 86%, of which cellular mobile penetration alone comprises 84%. Similarly, the number of cellular subscribers has risen to 186 million, taking the total telecom subscriber base to 188 million. For the first time ever, smartphones have outnumbered feature phones on domestic networks, capturing a market share of 51%. With the expansion of 3G and 4G services, in tandem with the impact of COVID-19, broadband data usage increased by 52% during the last financial year. Increased internet usage also had a significant impact on the sector's financial outlook. Telecommunication revenues touched the highest ever figure of Pak rupees 630 billion in financial year 2021 compared to Pak rupees 590 billion the previous year. The sector also attracted FDI worth US dollar 202 million and contributed Pak rupees 219 billion to the national exchequer. With successful spectrum auctions in Pakistan, Azad Jammu and Kashmir and GB regions, and license renewals in Azad Jammu and Kashmir and GB during the current year, approximately $350 million have been generated, besides providing opportunity for better broadband to the people. In order to provide broadband connectivity to the bulk of the population, we've initiated a number of measures, including an aggressive fiberization program using both public and private sectors, right-of-way policy to facilitate infrastructure rollout, promoting digital financial and e-commerce sectors in conjunction with other stakeholders, promoting telecom infrastructure sharing, including both active and passive sharing, and finally, preparing for launch of 5G services in the coming year. We believe it will be a catalyst for enhancing quality broadband connectivity in the country and innovative use cases. Similarly, Pakistan's information technology sector is now enjoying an unprecedented upward trend and is considered as a preferred source for IT investment and freelancing. Pakistan is ranked as the third most popular country for freelancing in the Online Labour Index published by Oxford Internet Institute and is consistently ranked among the top destinations for ICT outsourcing because of the exponential growth of the IT sector. Pakistan is the fifth most financially attractive country with over 300 international companies working in Pakistan, making use of well-developed telecom infrastructure and exporting to over 120 countries. Similarly, we have more than 300,000 English-speaking IT professionals with expertise in current and emerging IT products and technologies, 16 software technology parks, and more than 25,000 IT graduates and engineers are being produced each year, coupled with a rising startup culture. Pakistan's IT exports have grown with 117% aggregated growth rate over year 2015 to 21, making over 600 million in just the current financial year. IT industry correction is the fifth largest net exporter of Pakistan. The government of Pakistan has a holistic strategy for positioning Pakistan on the global outsourcing map and continues to facilitate the IT industry through numerous sustainable development goals, accelerated digitalization projects, software technology parks, freelance training, research and innovation centers, subsidized bandwidth, international marketing, internships and trainings, financial incentives, tax exemptions, startup mentoring, participation in international forums, organizing domestic conferences, facilitating IT certification programs, and much more. However, bringing people online, staying connected using social media and communication platforms is only one part of the equation. The other issues that must be measured on equal grounds include policy, governance, harmful online content control, and protection of our cyberspace against confidentiality, data integrity, and services availability. One of the pressing issues faced by Government of Pakistan and the regulator has been the content management on social media to control its increased misuse to spread misinformation, fake news, terrorism, hate speech, incitement to violence, and other unlawful content besides breaching users' privacy. The government has therefore passed a new set of rules for removal and blocking of unlawful online content in 2021 and is also working on data protection bill. We believe in a forward-looking approach and to work in collaboration with all technology companies to devise optimistic strategies for healthy and effective implementation of these laws and expect the same cooperation in return. Another issue that we are facing as a regulator is to improve the cybersecurity posture of Pakistan by introducing continuous awareness, monitoring, and cyber governance and information assurance measures. By improving on these aspects, we are confident to improve Pakistan's ranking in global cybersecurity index. For developing countries, intellectual property presents both opportunities and challenges. Most countries lack specific policies on IP in the digital context. The fundamental purpose of IP regimes is to strike an appropriate balance between the interests of creators and inventors on the one hand and users and consumers on the other. This has become more difficult in the digital environment where electronic copies of original works may be reproduced in an unlimited number, potentially threatening traditional businesses in publishing, printing, and bookselling. Balancing the interests of rights holders and users is not only important in the context of digital technologies, but equally in respect of the data that may be generated from these technologies via online platforms. I expect that this session will be useful to all the participants equally as it is a chance to learn and share experiences. While we are all responsible in our own respects for building and growing digitally transformed economies, I believe that rigorous participation and discussions during the session will benefit the outcomes of this summit. I would like to thank Global CxO Forum for having me, and I wish you all a successful summit. Thank you.